across the land. My name is Tim Killian, and it is my honor and pleasure to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play action. My partner and color commentator is Ralph Diaz. Welcome to CDP TV in Cooperstown Dreams Park's Little Major Stadium. Tonight's Tournament 5, 12 and under championship game features the visitors, the 15th seeded West Boca Panthers White, coached by Mike Sandoval, versus the home team, the top seeded Delmarva Aces Upstate, coached by Chase Rosenquist. To brief you as to how these two amazing teams have advanced to this title tilt, here's Ralph.
Well, thank you, Tim, and welcome viewers. So the number 15 West Boca Panthers White defeated the number 31 Warrior Travel Baseball by a score of 22-1, then turned around and beat the number 2 LBA Naturals Black by a score of 14-2, then defeated the number 10 Marucci Prospects on the Rock 9-4, and then turned around and defeated the number 3 Lone Star Baseball Club North by a score of 12-1. The number 1 Delmarva Aces Upstate from Delaware defeated the number 69 Marucci Elite Texas Red by a tight score of 7-6, then defeated the number 17 Apex Predators Club in another tight contest, 7-5, defeated the number 8 Shockers Baseball Moco by a score of 17-5, and then defeated in a tough contest the number 28 seeded South Florida Bulls by a score of 9-8.
Beautifully done, Ralph. That sets the stage for tonight's Tournament 5 championship match. And the starting lineups for the visiting 15th seeded West Boca Panthers from Florida are as follows. Catching and leading off, number 3, Luis Orozco. He'll be followed by number 2 at shortstop, Christian Mejia. Batting third, playing third, Dylan Abreu. Cleaning up, number 8, second baseman, Matthew Escalona. In left field, number 6, Raul Torres. Batting 6, number 12, Juan Sandoval in right field. Batting 7th will be the first sacker, Graydon Creamer. In center field, Knox Heimbrook, bats 8th. On the mound will be Thomas Salamone. Extra hitters, Devin Nowalk, Jackson Poole, and Jack Garber. Defending for the number 1 seed, Delmarva Aces from upstate. In the infield, we have Colton Webb, who was the King of SWAT champion earlier this week. More on that later. At second, Cole McFadden. At short, Jace Chrisman. At the hot corner, Grayson Sneed. The outfield from left to right, Mark Pays Jr., Zaire Wise is in center. Grayson Voshel is the right fielder. The catcher is Brooks Zumanski. And on the mound, it is number 7, Owen Nelson.
Tim, I'd like to recognize our umpires for tonight's contest. Calling balls and strikes at the plate is Mr. Mike Reno from Edgewood, Maryland. At first base is Emerson Grandpa Grant from Los Angeles, California. At second base, Andy Joyner from Nutley, New Jersey. And rounding out at third base, Mr. Mark Rennick from St. Helena Island in South Carolina. Another beautiful night, Tim, of baseball, 78 degrees out. A little balmy, light breeze, but a beautiful night. Our ground crew's finishing up here, and looks like we're ready for first pitch, buddy.
Yes, we are. And the stands are packed.
Yep. Tournament number 5.
That's correct.
And another packed house, so here we go. Let's play ball.
Here is the catcher, Luis Orozco. First pitch is a curve in there. Fun fact, Luis Orozco, he asks his dad to be away from the field when he is playing. 0-1 pitch inside.
That's an unusual request for a young ball player at 12 years old.
Fastball. That's low. 2 balls, 1 strike. The right-hander Owen Nelson. There's a soft ball hit right up here by us. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flags a limp. And there's a little nubber. Wow, Orozco hustled, but the play was made. Nelson to Webb.
That was a tough play. Good hustle by that young man.
A little squib. Christian Mejia, the shortstop, number 2. He is a multi-sport athlete, a master chef, and he comes up with unique recipes, and he goes by the nickname Deuce. And there's a long drive to left. I don't think the park's going to hold it. No, it is not.
Well, Deuce just went yard, buddy.
Yes, he did. Christian Mejia.
Shall we say he cooked that one?
Yes. Yes, we should. The master chef puts out a master swing. And we have a quick run on the board here.
Early fireworks, yes.
Here is Dylan Abreu. He bats from the left side. Where's number 10? That ball's inside and low, gets away. Dylan is not worried about eating CDP food because he eats his school food and his friend's school food. So how about that? 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Nelson's pitch. That's wide. Three balls, no strikes to the third baseman, Dylan Abreu, just underway here in the top of the first. There's a strike. Nelson powers a fastball right down the middle. Strike 2. Center fielder with his back against the wall out there. There's a high drive to right. And it is measured. That was Grayson Voschel with the put out in medium right field. Matthew Escalona, the cleanup batter. Where's number 8? There's a pop straight up. Catcher doesn't see it. But the pitcher, nice hustle. Owen Nelson making the play, the rare F1. The score at the end of a half inning, West Boca Panthers 1, Delmarva Aces upstate coming to bat. How to bring a new team to Cooperstown Dreams Park. Playing in the prestigious American Youth Baseball Hall of Fame Invitational Tournament is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for your baseball community. To become a part of the Dreams Park legacy, visit our website, print off a new 2025 registration, and follow the instructions on the form. Mail it to 330 South Main Street, Salisbury, North Carolina, 28144. Call 704-630-0050 or email info@cooperstowndreamspark.com for more information. Now the starting lineups for the top-seeded Delmarva Aces upstate. Leading off, Zaire Wise in center field. He's followed by Colton Webb. Grayson Voschel bats third. Mark Pays Jr. cleans up. Grayson Sneed is at third base, batting fifth. The catcher, Brooks Zumanski, bats 6th. Jace Chrisman bats 7th. Owen Nelson bats 8th. Cole McFadden bats 9th. Extra hitters Evan O'Donoghue and Derek DiMascio. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch, a ground ball played neatly by the second baseman who throws it away. And Zaire Wise is safe at first.
That's an E4 for those scoring at home.
Yes, it is. Colton Webb bats.
Isn't this our King of SWAT champion?
Yes, and look, there he follows it up. Great call, Ralph.
Wow, that was a bomb. That went out of the stadium, and already on the hill we have several spectators out there chasing the balls.
Webb taking the first pitch and drilling it onto the yard over both walls.
Wow, that was a bomb there.
Erasing the 1-0 deficit and putting his top-seeded Delmarva Aces upstate in a quick lead. Great call, Ralph. When he won the contest, he hit the last 5 out of the park to win it.
Well, make that number 6.
That's
to put
correct.
him in the lead.
Here's the right fielder, Grayson Voschel, and he wraps a single to left. Here comes Mark Pays Jr. Thomas Salamone on the hill. Summons his catcher Orozco out to the mound for a chat. It'll be Salamone to Pays Jr. Throw to first. Voschel back in standing. There's a pitch sharply on the outside corner for a strike. Ball gets away. Pays Jr. swung at it, but it was out of the reach of catcher Orozco, and Voschel into second easily. Salamone gets the sign, and here's the pitch. That's a little number right to the plate, and foul ball.
Heads up by the catcher there, just in case that ball would have been called fair. He tagged the runner, so heads up baseball there, but it was foul.
0-2 pitch. Oh, there's a slow curveball.
Beautiful pitch.
Yes, that was. And it took a while, but we have our first out here in the bottom of the first. Grayson Sneed bats. Open stance, bats from the right side. Ball in the dirt, but Orozco all over it, blocking it nicely. No advance for Voschel. One-0 pitch. That's fouled straight back.
Our first souvenir.
Yes, indeed. We can't see them, but we know there's a half dozen.
Oh, every bit of a half dozen, if not more, scurrying for that ball.
Yes. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Salamone resorting to that slow curve with success. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And when we talk about souvenir baseballs, Tim, all of our baseballs here at Cooperstown Dreams Park are logoed and have the saying American Youth Baseball Hall of Fame, so a keepsake for sure.
Yes, they are. Fully fit to be adorned on a trophy case.
Oh, absolutely. I have several on my shelf.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Salamone to Sneed. There's that curve again. Sneed double clutched and was able to hold on and actually get out in front. Rolled it down the third baseline, foul. Two. Voschel off second. Salamone's pitch to Sneed. That's outside. The count is run full. There's a pitch driven to right center, and it goes.
Oh, goodness. Yep.
A line drive. Had enough juice on it to slide over the wall by a couple feet. And we have a second 2-run homer here in the bottom of the first. Sneed driving a 3-2 pitch over the right center field wall into the grandstand. Voschel scoring ahead of him. Delmarva Aces upstate. They have batted 5 and scored 4 of them. You're right, Ralph. Fireworks early.
Yes.
3 bombs here in the first inning. Here's the catcher, Zumanski. There's a flare off to the right down the right field line, foul.
Now look at all the people in the outfield.
Yeah.
Beyond the wall now. They're waiting.
Yes, they are. 0-1 pitch.
Oh.
Ooh, I hope Zumanski's all right. Thank goodness to that helmet. A slow curve. I think Zumanski expected that to have a little more break on it, and lo and behold, it popped him right in the helmet.
Yeah, the coach is out here questioning him about
Did he try to get away from it?
Cricht leaning into the pitch. So, but I think the pitch kind of froze him is what he told the...
I think so too.
Yeah. Looks like we have a courtesy runner, number 6.
Spencer Christ. Christ running for Zumanski here in the bottom of the first. Now the batter is the shortstop, Jace Crispin. Salamone's curve. Catches the outer part of the plate for a strike. Chris leads off first. Pitch is low and outside. 1-1. There's a high pop-up to second base. Who's got it? Nobody. Second baseman leaped forward at the last second. Looked like there was some uncertainty on that play the whole way.
Yeah, sort of I got it, you take it type thing, and then the ball falls down and rolls away, and runner's able to advance, so.
Here comes Coach Mike Sandoval out to the mound.
So I guess we got an E6 on that one, say? When you say the shortstop or second base? Second baseman? All right, so we got E4.
That's correct.
All right.
Coach Sandoval with his arm around Salamone. Probably saying something to the effect of, I'm so proud of you guys for making it here to the title game. Your winners are ready.
Absolutely.
Keep your heads up.
Last 2 teams standing out of 104, so
Remarkable.
certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Either team, win, lose. Great accomplishment by both teams.
Now here's the opposing pitcher, Owen Nelson, staked to a 4-1 lead.
Boy, that little curve looks so enticing, and they're just way ahead of it.
Yeah, they're digging themselves a hole right in the batter's box. Strike 1. Runners go. Pitch is inside, throw to third. Goes into left field. Play at the plate. That was the pinch runner, Chris, scoring. Stealing third and then scoring on the overthrow. And Chrisman all the way to third. The score has now grown to a 5-1 lead. Delmarva playing some small ball to add on to the long ball assault that they unleashed earlier in the frame. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Salamone, number 7, to Owen Nelson, number 7. Fouled off to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's that slow curve, stays inside. 2-2. Two pitch. That's driven into right field. Nelson helps out his own cause. Now we have seen 6 runs score here in the bottom of the first. The last game we saw, last week, we saw 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th.
Correct, yes.
So 6s are wild here in 2025.
And number 8, Trent Fry, is now courtesy running for the pitcher at first base.
Very good. And the batter is Cole McFadden. There's a drive to left center. It's fairly deep, and it's deep enough.
Goodness, goodness, goodness. Another 2-run homer.
Absolutely. Wow. Is the 4th of July here already?
Yeah, absolutely. The fireworks continue.
And what do we have here? A score of 8-1 here in the first inning. Delmarva Aces upstate. Perhaps they were the number 1 seed for a reason.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, in order to make it to the championship game, you know, you have to exhaust all your pitching basically to get here. And then it's the survival of the fittest who still has enough pitching. And it looks like the Delmarva Aces, you know, with a 14-man roster, so certainly have some firepower and some pitching left. So we'll see what happens here. Number 12 coming to the mound.
It looks like coming in from right field, Juan Sandoval. A right-hander.
But like I said earlier, win or lose, they have nothing to be ashamed of. They've made it this far, and
sure.
And you know, if the score stays like this, they finished second. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Not a thing. So.
Not to mention the fact that we're only in the first.
Correct. So
and anything can happen.
Absolutely, and I've said it, in years past and every telecast. One swing puts you right back into these games. So.
Juan Sandoval finishing up his.
Was it a yogiism that said it's not over till it's over?
That's correct. 1 of a million.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Here's number 11, Evan Donahue, extra hitter. He takes a strike. Juan Sandoval loves back scratches and crispy potato chips, and he's known by Wani. How do you like that?
Tim, I like that. I think we need to start doing that every game, getting a little tidbits about the ball players. It's awesome.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Donahue. And there's a ball catching the inside corner, knee high. And Sandoval comes in and records a strikeout looking. Here's the extra hitter number 2, Derek DiMacio. Sandoval's pitch. Slow breaking ball. DiMacio looking to go yard on that, came up empty.
Yeah, you got to get down in the zone, though. He keeps hanging those curveballs up there. It's going to get him in trouble.
There's a hit by pitch right in the middle of the back. Maceo shakes it off. And Delmarva Aces Upstate has now batted around here in the first. Zaire Wise reached on a first error earlier this inning. That ball gets away. I thought for a minute it might have hit Wise in the foot, but that's not the case. Wild pitch. DiMacio easily into second. Sandoval to Wise, who has a severe open stance, wags the bat. And he punches the ball into right. And that's caught on a sliding catch. That would be an F9. Not before we saw 8 runs on 5 hits, 3 of which left the yard. And the score after 1 is Delmarva Aces Upstate 8, West Boca Panthers from the great state of Florida 1. Cooperstown Dreams Park does much more than host baseball tournaments. The mission of Cooperstown Dreams Park is to provide a life-enriching experience for young boys and girls who love the game of baseball. Celebrating over 25 years as America's premier baseball summer camp, games are played without time limits on real grass fields. Dreams Park offers an all-inclusive baseball summer camp experience and world-class facility for teams, families, and friends. Experience the difference at Cooperstown Dreams Park. Nine runs in the first inning. What can be offered as an encore? Only the baseball gods know. In this greatest of all games, what will happen from here?
Get the bats going and change some things offensively to cut this lead, and anything can happen. Still have 5 innings of baseball to go, so.
Raul Torres, the left fielder. He can solve a Rubik's Cube in 22 seconds. Can he solve The right-handed offerings of Owen Nelson. First pitch is a called strike. Nelson over the head of Torres on a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And as I said earlier, the flags are limp. They have been limp. 4 balls were not hindered or aided by wind whatsoever. They just went out.
Well, 2 of those, Tim, didn't need any help.
Right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a pop up to shallow left. And the play is made easily by Mark Pays Jr., loving it in medium right field. There's number 12, the new pitcher, Sandoval, pops one to first base, foul. Gloved sharply, nicely by Colton Webb. We have an F7 and an F3 to open up the second. Here comes Graydon Kramer. He was once bitten by a monkey in Thailand, forcing his parents to get him several rabies shots, and he's known as the Grey Goose.
Loving these fun facts, Tim. Glad you came up with that idea, buddy.
Two balls, no strikes on the Grey Goose. Ralph, I can't really take credit. A mother of one of the players supplied right before game time.
Nice.
Said fun facts. Coaches included.
That'll be interesting for them.
There's a ball almost behind Kramer, but it hit him in the rear end. He's fine. He trots down to first.
Shall we say it got him in the tail feathers?
Sure, we could. Here comes Knox Heimbrook, the center fielder. Swinging, strike one. Mr. Heimbrook is known as Foxy Knoxy, and he learned how to play catch before he learned how to walk.
That's awesome.
Strike one. Curve. Bends in for a call. It's strike two. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Freemer is on first. Ball gets away. There goes Kramer easily into second. Wild pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. Nelson makes it 1 ball, 3 strikes with a swinging strike. And the score at the end of 1.5. Delmarva Aces upstate 8. West Boca Panthers 1.
Tim, I'd like to encourage all our viewers to follow us on our social media wall by clicking on Dreams Park Baseball, hit the post and share button, and tell us of all your memories. We can't wait to hear from you, whether it's via TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or X, formerly known as Twitter. Also, Tim, as a family baseball park featuring fun and excitement, friends and family spend their vacation watching teams from around this country play baseball in beautiful Cooperstown. To help organize your stay at Cooperstown Dreams Park, visit our website for the tournament itinerary, our baseball pin trading schedule, our family guide, and information about Dreams Park and the beautiful surrounding area.
Thank you very much, Ralph. And it is just beautiful, both here at the park and the village of Cooperstown and Hartwick and Milford and Cherry Valley and all the little towns around. Leading off in the bottom of the second, the King of SWAT, who embellished that reputation with a 2-run blast 1 inning to go. Colton Webb.
All right, here's our King of SWAT, and he certainly proved that last inning.
There's a called strike on the inside corner. Sandoval looks in and is ready. There's a belt to left field, and it goes.
Wow, opposite field, buddy.
Webb doesn't care if it's Salamone on the mound or Sandoval.
Wow.
2 swings. Like Ralph said, 2 distinct areas of the grandstand battered by drives from Webb. His second of the game, his team's 4th.
I believe I'll walk that young man next time up.
The score is now lengthened out to 9-1 in favor of the Delmarva Aces upstate. Here's the batter, the right fielder, Grayson Voschel. Fastball up high, 2-0. There's the pitch fouled off against the netting back here. 2 balls and a strike. Two and 2. Souvenir right behind us.
Now look at the people out on the yard out there on the hill. It's amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Slow curve drives Voschel back. Voschel with a sharp line drive down the right field line, but foul. Took that ball right where it was pitched. Outside and served it down the right field line. Just missed a hit. And again, 3 fouls in a row. How must it feel to bat twice and homer
Yes.
each time, 1 inning apart? Feeling I never had. There's ball 4. That'll bring up the right-handed swinging Mark Pays Jr. Where's number 10? Fastball just off the outside corner for a ball. Swinging strike, the count is even at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 run in here in the bottom of the second. There's a grounder between third and short, cleanly out to left field. And Delmarva Aces Upstate has another rally going. 2 on, nobody out. Grayson Sneed, he powered a ball, a 3-2 pitch into oblivion in the first inning. He wags the bat. Sandoval's pitch. That's up high. And we're ready. That ball's popped foul into the first base grandstand. One ball, one strike. Juan Sandoval looks in, he's ready. Outside, 2-1. Sneed is ready. Sandoval is ready. Fastball outside, 3-1. And the pitch. That's a strike. Fastball, perfect pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Championship game, tournament 5. And the pitch. That's outside, and there are now 3 ducks on the pond, so to speak. Bases loaded.
Walks, walks, walks. They will hurt you. This game could get out of hand in a hurry now.
Here's the catcher, Brooks Zumanski.
Looks like we have a defensive substitution here. Number 9 playing first base now, so that young man can come off and warm up.
Got it.
Yeah. Mr. Jackson Poole now at first base.
Thank you. Here's the catcher, Brooks Zumanski. Took one for the team right in the helmet in the first inning. Ball 1. Sandoval to Zumanski. Fast but wide on the inside, 2-0. Pitch. There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He needs us out at the plate here. There's no place to put this young man.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Driven out to right field. Oh, that's caught beautifully. And the throw in.
Oh no, they got him in a pickle here now.
We're stuck. Here's the play at the plate. Pickle City. Wow. Double play. The fly ball was made to right.
Right.
The runner on second moved to third, but the fellow on third did not try to score. That caused a couple of different pickles, and the umpires are going to talk this one over.
Yeah, I'm a little confused here. So the base runner at third was halfway down. He thought the play was going to fall, the ball was going to drop. Then second went to third, the first went to second, and then they got the guy at home. I don't know what he's saying, something about coaches yelling that he went to second base, but there wasn't a play made at second base.
So, did a run score on that play, or
No,
no?
we did get a double play on that.
Oh, okay.
On the catch and then in the pickle.
Okay, so it was a double play.
Correct, yes.
It was not a triple play. Maybe that's what he was arguing for.
Yeah, he was saying something about the runner at second base, but there was never a play made there.
There's a bounding ball up the middle. That's number 13, Chrisman, after that delay. And he drives in, pays with a seeing eye grounder right up the middle.
Now, how big is that base running error right there?
Exactly. That being said, Chrisman drives in, pays with his team's 10th run. There's a little number gloved by Sandoval. Sandoval to Poole, and Nelson is retired on a comebacker. But not before two more runs are scored on 3 hits, and the score at the end of 2 complete. Delmarva Aces upstate 10, West Boca Panthers 1.
Tim, I'd like to talk to our viewers about our baseball pin trading. The youth baseball pin trading phenomenon started right here in Cooperstown Dreams Park in 1996 as part of our mission to provide players and fans with a cultural exchange and life-enriching experience. Teams and family members bring unique customized pins that represent their teams and communities. Each tournament season, over 1 million baseball pins are traded right here at Cooperstown Dreams Park, making us the largest youth baseball pin trading venue in the country. Participate in one of Dreams Park baseball pin trading events and visit Dreams Park Pin Shop for a full line of special baseball trading pins to purchase throughout your tournament stay.
Thank you very much, Ralph. Side notes about the head coach for the West Boca Panthers. He was a major league player, played for the Giants and the Twins, and he is the brother of Pablo Kung Fu Panda. And he managed a team to a title here 2 years ago with the same West Boca Panthers. Also on his staff, Juan Rincon, major league pitcher with the Twins, Rockies, and Blue Jays. And he's also the pitching coach for Team Spain, and he helped Sandoval win that title 2 years ago. So some coaches with major league experience.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
Here comes Thomas Salamone. He's been playing ball since he was 18 months. And he is the smallest player on the team, but the oldest. His moniker is Tommy Salami. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. Nelson fires one in. A lot of room down that left field line. 3 balls, 1 strike. Salamone draws a walk. We'll start the third. West Boca Panthers have a leadoff man on for the first time in the game. Devin Nowalk. He is a fishing addict, and he goes by the moniker Dev. Owen Nelson, his pitch. Outside, taken by Nowalk. There's the pitch. That's inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Nelson is ready. Nowalk is ready. And it's 3-0. We're in the top of the third on a beautiful, beautiful night for baseball. 104 teams down to these 2. There's a curveball that stays high, over but high. And Nelson has walked 2 here to start the third. And that prompts Coach Chase Rosenquist to make his first trip out to the mound. What do you think he'll be telling Mr. Nelson?
Yep, settle down for sure, because those are the first 2 walks that he's issued tonight. Right? Yes.
He will be telling him to make them hit the ball, use your defense.
Absolutely. Let them put the ball in play and let your defense work for you. Absolutely.
To reset, West Boca Panthers have put their first 2 base runners on here in the third. Here's the first baseman, Jackson Poole. He's a foodie. He loves Wagyu's, beef, and oysters on the half shell. And he's called Poopy. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jackson Poole. There's a number to the first baseman, glove nicely, plays it safely. That's some nice glove work down there. That's Colton Webb. So he can hit it and he can catch it.
Yeah. That's 3 unassisted for the scorers at home.
And you know, lots of people still do keep score at home.
Yes.
Here's Jack Garber. He is a sports statistician who can tell you any stats for any of the 4 major sports. Amazing.
That's impressive for sure.
1 ball, 1 strike. And he is extremely fearful of birds. So how about that?
Well, it's a good thing he's not here later in the season when all the seagulls come.
He came in the right week.
He sure did.
On that grounded to first, Salamone to third, Nowalk to second. And there's a swing and a miss, evening the count to 2-2 on Jack Garber. He swings and misses, play at the plate. And Salamone slides in safely. That was a strikeout, but the ball got away from the catcher, allowing Garber to reach first and Salamone to hustle in. We have another Garber on the West Boca Panthers team. His name is Owen, and he is 11 years old, and he hit a grand slam, and he gets to come back one more year next year. He's known as the Big O. He's on the bench at this point. Here is the catcher, Luis Orozco. Runners around the corners. 1 out. His teammates making some noise. That's the spirit, the fire. Never give up. 1 ball. Nelson's pitch. The pop-up down the left field line. Right on the line. And it is knocked down, not caught. Would have been a tough play. Runners hold. Of course, the ball was foul. And the count is 1-1. Orozco waits. Nelson's pitch. There's a drive softly into the left field for a run-scoring hit. No walk comes around to score. And those 2 walks have each scored, Ralph.
Absolutely.
An RBI single for Orozco.
I say it every telecast. Walks, you can't defend them. And then a base hit like this, and now boom. You know, they've played it 2 here this inning. And still 1 out with first and second.
And Christian Mejia homered to give his team a short-lived 1-0 lead in the first. First pitch is in the dirt. That's driven.
That's in the gap.
That's a 2-hopper off the right center field wall. That's going to score 1, and no more than 1. Ball really driven. And West Boca Panthers have struck for 3 and are still threatening. The score is now 10-4. Here comes the third baseman, Dylan Abreu. Slow curve taken for a strike. Orozco's on third, Mejia on first. Oh, there's a 3-run homer. It's a 3-run homer right to Evan O'Brien, and out in center field, the cameraman. Oh my, a 10-1 game has turned into a 10-7 game. What did we say earlier?
Absolutely, walks and can't defend them, and 1 swing of the bat, and you're back in the ball game, Tim.
Abreu with a 3-run bomb.
Yeah.
Six runs have scored. There's a pop-up right behind us. Matthew Escalona. Little old man who loves tequeñas. Sings bacata in the shower, and he never smiles in photos. Goes by Essie. We've got some personalities on this West Boca Panthers team.
Yes, we do.
Strike 2. That ball hits Escalona right in the left wrist. We've had everything in this half inning. We've had everything in this game. reaching base on a strikeout, run scoring on the same play. Escalona, unwatched at first, steals the bag off the pitcher. He's at second. There's a drive to the shortstop. That was Raul Torres. Escalona holding at second base.
Is this little panda up?
Juan Sandoval. Sounds like he is the nephew of the Panda Bear, Kung Fu Panda.
Yep.
Who was quite a star for the Giants 2008 to 2013. Third base, first base.
Yeah.
Short, stocky.
Power hitter. Yep.
Yep. And quite a character. And the fans would dress up as him all throughout the stadium,
Yes,
throughout
they
the
would.
major leagues. There's another ball that gets away.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and a nifty scoop.
Yeah. Beautiful pick by
By
the
Webb.
first baseman. Yes.
Wow, let's catch our breaths, but not after 6 more runs are scored. The score at the end of 2.5. Delmarva Aces, Upstate 10, West Boca Panthers 7. Wow.
Well, for all you shoppers out there in TV land, Cooperstown Dreams Park Shopping Cart, the official online shop. Visit the online shop to browse Dreams Park selections of clothing, souvenirs, and much, much more available for all ages. Make sure to check out CDP's engraving shop for one-of-a-kind custom engraved bats and baseballs. They make great gifts for the coaches and, of course, our team moms. Visit the online store at www.cooperstowndreamspark.com and then by clicking on the shop button.
We have a new hurler for the West Boca Panthers. Graydon Creamer takes the hill. Started the game at first. Moves to the center of the diamond.
He's going to face the bottom third of the lineup for the Aces here.
That's correct. Second baseman Cole McFadden. He's been up once and he's put one out.
Have a gathering of fans up there in right center waiting for a souvenir ball here from this lefty.
We've seen 6 balls put into orbit so far tonight, 17 runs. There is Creamer rifling a fastball past McFadden for a swinging strike 2. Ball outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-2. Three and two, low and outside. McFadden flares one off, foul to the left side. Count holds, 3-2. McFadden just a piece. Stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a 1-hopper to second. Knocked down, recovered. That was a play made by Orozco. Over to first. And for the first time, Delmarva Aces does not get their leadoff man on. Here is Evan Donahue, who took a called 3rd strike in the first inning. Graydon, the Grey Goose, Graydon Creamer on the hill. There's a ball right back to him. That was Creamer. Over to Jackson Poole. Stumbled a little, grabbed it, stumbled a little bit, composed, made the play. 2 up and 2 down. Here comes Derek DiMacio. He was hit by a pitch in the first. Fastball blown right by him. Oh, 1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. Creamer showing us some stuff out on the mound here.
Just, Tim, that West Boca putting up 6 runs last inning. They got a little momentum shift here. And
you're right. Maceo got a good piece of that ball and bounded it past the diving shortstop into center field. You get the first 2 people out in any inning, you have a pretty good chance.
Absolutely.
Number 1, Zaire Wise. Reached on an error and fly to right, all in the 1 inning. Well, Delmarva Aces upstate put up 12 runners and 8 of them scored. DiMacio off first. Creamer's pitch. There's a ball with some English off the glove of the diving Abreu. Had that spin on it from a left-handed batter. And that certainly was a base hit.
Oh, yeah, all the way.
Colton Webb, didn't you predict that this would happen?
I did. I'd walk him. Make the next one in line beat you.
And there was no hesitation about that.
Yep, of course the crowd doesn't like it, but that's good baseball right there.
Yes, it is. So that puts DiMacio over at third. Wise advances to second. And Webb now has 9 total bases in 3 at-bats.
We'll see if this decision pays off.
There's a hit to right.
And it does
Gonna
not.
plate.
Oh, it does, yes.
Voschel with an apparent hit, but it was a 1-hopper by the right fielder who makes a spectacular play. And Voschel is thrown out with the bases loaded. 9-0. to 3.
How often do you see that in the scorebook?
You just don't. It's amazing.
That's unbelievable.
And it saved the run.
Absolutely, sure did. A big run.
A big run.
Yep, that momentum change right there, so certainly helped.
That was beautiful baseball.
Yeah.
The score at the end of 3 complete. Delaware Aces upstate 10. West Boca Panthers 7.
Tim, I'd like to tell our viewers about our umpire program here at Cooperstown Dreams Park for anyone aspiring umpires or umpires wishing to come and experience Cooperstown Dream Park. It's a unique experience. The umpire experience here, you'll be exposed to over 1,500 baseball communities and 16,000 youth participants from around this country. An umpire's involvement in is the game's most prized ambassador. The players, coaches, and the team family members preserve the game's most valuable lessons of hustle, sportsmanship, competition, and fairness. Email info@cooperstowndreamspark.com for questions or call 704-630-0050. As a guest, the umpire will stay expense-free and includes housing, meals, laundry, and much, much more. Make plans to join us this season or next.
Thank you very much, Ralph. Here's Graydon Creamer. Owen Nelson remains on the hill for the #1 seed Delmarva Aces, upstate. Off speed, fouled straight back, and count is 1-1.
Tim, looks like we have a substitution for the Delmar Aces here. Trent Fry now in for Jace Chrisman.
Okay. Fry for Chrisman. One ball, 2 strikes. Just outside. 2-2. Hit well, but foul to the third base line. Count holds at 2-2. Graydon Creamer leading off the 4th inning here in our championship tournament game, Tournament 5. 3 balls, 2 strikes. June 23rd, 2025. Nelson's 3-2 pitch to Creamer. And that is up high for a ball. Delmarva Aces upstate started to whip the ball around the infield, but it was premature. And for the 2nd inning in a row, West Boca Panthers putting a leadoff man aboard. Here comes Knox Heimbrook. He takes a strike. Quickly, 2 strikes on Heimbrook. Creamer short lead off first.
Tim, it looks like we have a courtesy runner for Mr. Creamer at first. Number 5, Owen Garber.
Okay. The 11-year-old. Nice. Ball gets away in a pickoff move. There is Owen Garber. Getting up, seeing the ball drift down the right field foul line. Allowed him to get into second. Standing. Count holds 2 strikes to Heimbrook. Curveball, inside corner. Nelson put that ball exactly where he wanted to. Here comes Thomas Salamone. Owen Nelson, the right-hander. Sharp breaking curveball made it difficult for Salamone to bunt it, and he did so foul. And there's a bunt down the first baseline. Not just a bunt, a beautiful
bunt.
placed, originally determined to be intended to be a sacrifice bunt. It was bunted beautifully down the third baseline such that Nelson didn't even have a play. Beautiful bunt. West Boca Panthers now with runners on the corners. And the throw gets away at first. Here comes Garber. Nelson made that play. He fooled himself. He slipped on the throw. Allowing a run to score. And he is very upset on the mound. The score is now 10-8. And that was the pinch runner Owen Garber coming in to score. And you might have noticed during the introductions of the coaches, his father, Scott Garber, he tore his quad chasing a dog, had surgery 3 days before the trip to Cooperstown, then took a misstep after the coaches meeting and did it again this week. So he's on crutches. And that's the story of assistant coach Scott Garber. Devin Nowalk, he bats, he fakes a bunt. 1 run is in. West Boca with another runner in scoring position. And there's 1 out. There's a bounding ball to short. Gloved, throw to third, too late. I don't think they would have got Nowalk at first. Infield single.
Yep, infield single all the way.
And some daring base running, reading the play nicely, is Salamone. The ball was hit right in front of him, and it was his call, not a coach's. It was on him, and he beat the throw easily. And we have a pitching change. Coach Rosenquist out to the hill. And a very upset Owen Nelson heads to the dugout. Is that the right-hander Grayson Voshell?
Number 4, yes.
It was his ball in the bottom of the third that looked like a hit to right field, but it was played into an out at first base. Another momentum changer right there.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, with a 3-run lead, worrying about the base runner and see what happens to errant throws and a run scores.
At one time, this was a nine-run lead.
Yes.
Voshel has been told there'll be 1 more warm-up pitch. That's executed.
And West Boca's been scratching away this whole game, clawing and have put themselves back in contention here.
Looks like we're going to go right back to the top of the lineup. So the extra hitters are.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Looks like number 3, Orozco. The leadoff man is now batting. There's a little punch hit right over the shortstop's head. First pitch, hit it off the handle, but it had enough strength to muscle it into center. And Orozco has his second hit of the game, and that shrinks the lead to 1. A remarkable performance, comeback by the West Boca Panthers. Our score is now 10-9, still in the top of the 4th. Now the batter is Christian Mejia. That ball's over his head, a fastball. Mejia has homered and singled. Curveball high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runners are on for the West Boca Panthers. Mejia hammers the ball, but well out in front of it.
Boy, he turned on that one for sure.
Yeah. Boschel steps off. Mejia showing he's got quite a stick there. Out in front, delayed, double clutched, and still rifled it down the third baseline foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. Boschel comes right back for a called strike 3. Dylan Abreu. Turn this game from a 10-4 game to 10-7.
Yes.
And now he is throwing an intentional walk.
Yes.
He gets a high five from Colton Webb. The 2 long ballers. Good sportsmanship down there. Now the bases are loaded for Matthew Escalona.
Be careful hanging that pitch right there to this young man.
Just off the plate. A ball and a strike. Potential tying run right at third. Potential no longer.
He's sending him. He's sending the second guy. Perfect throw. Oh, the guy shouldn't have cut it. Wow.
No. I think the third base coach outcoached the defense. And it is a 2-run single for Escalona. Now his team has scored 10 unanswered runs. And they lead for the second time in the game. First time was 1-0. This time 11-10. Wow.
Aggressive base running too. Got him the lead.
Raul Torres. Fly to left, pop to short. Abreu at second. Escalona at first. 1 ball, 1 strike to Torres. Boschel's pitch is outside, 2-1. 2-2. Swing and a miss on an outside breaker. What a game. There's a fly to left.
Oh my gosh, he misplayed it.
Over the head of the left fielder, who throws over the head of the third baseman. Yes, that was Zaire Wise, who had a beat on it out there in left, but then it continued to sail right over his head.
Wow.
1 run was in on that play. Torres really hit the daylights out of the ball. Goes down as a long single.
That momentum
double,
change.
excuse me.
That momentum change in the third was what I was talking about right here.
Yeah, 12-10.
And runners in scoring position, a base hit here, the way that their aggressive base running could plate 2 more.
Here's Juan Sandoval. Two balls, no strikes.
My, oh my, there it is, the gapper. He's sending him. He's sending
Absolutely.
him.
The ball isn't even picked up yet, and the run scored. Sandoval with a 2-run single to the opposite way.
Wow.
And now his West Boca Panthers have clawed back with 7 runs here in the fourth, to make the score 14-10.
They put up a 6-spot last inning and 7 this inning, Tim.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And 14 in a row.
Yes.
13 in a row, yeah.
Unanswered.
All in a row.
Yep, yep.
Here's,
Ooh, opposite field, power, but
here's Graydon Creamer, who started the inning off by drawing a walk. And he's the pitcher of record now on the long side. What a turnaround. Sandoval off first. That pitch way inside.
for your viewers at home, don't go anywhere until intermission.
No. There's a fly down
If
the
that
left
stays
field
fair,
line.
that's a home. Oh, he caught it. Yeah.
This time it's Wise making a nice play. Ball stayed in the park in foul territory, but not before West Boca doubled their previous amount and now has a 14-10 lead after 3.5. At this point, here comes our field maintenance staff out to do what they do best, keep fields that are already in great shape and making them even fresher. Changing the bases, we have none other than Jackson Moyer. Raking the mound, Chris Montgomery. Raking at home plate, Rob Gaudino. Raking and racing the base paths, Donnie Fuller and Randy Nabinger. Painting and striping the baselines, you will see Dalton Beatty and Rafael Toribio. And folks, are you looking for a great summer job? There are opportunities here at Dreams Park with over 600 full and part-time jobs. Have fun and meet people from all over the country while earning money. Dreams Park provides a pleasing atmosphere, a variety of departments, flexible scheduling, competitive pay, and overtime opportunities. Internships are also available through our Ambassador and Steward of the Game programs. Visit our website, www.cooperstowndreamspark.com, for more information and to apply online.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to beat Donnie out there in the race. He's a veteran, been around here 17, 18 years, and does an amazing job as well as all our other grounds crew. the true unsung heroes of this park.
Yes, he does. He's amazing. And he works in several different departments too. YMCA, the rendition being picked up by the grandstand. Look at them dance. What a ball game. Looks exactly like a football score at 14-10. But it is not a football game. It is a baseball game and a dandy. Treating all of those who are here and all of you who are out there to a real super game. Action City. There goes the 15th seeded West Boca Panthers taking the field here in the bottom of the fourth. It's number 1, Graydon Creamer, retaking the hill. And we have Payas Jr., Sneed, and Zumansky due up for the number 1 seeded Delmarva Aces upstate, trying to fight their way back.
Here we go on a freshly groomed field.
Listen to the excitement within the crowd. You can hear it.
Stands are still packed in. Nobody's left here. Exciting ball game.
Creamer's first pitch yields to a swinging strike 1 for Mark Payes Jr., who has struck out and singled so far tonight. Fouled at the plate. Quickly, 2 strikes. Two-strike pitch. Swinging, strike 3. Here comes Grayson Sneed. Homered and walked. And add a single to that legend. He's now 2 for 2 with a walk. Here comes number 5, the catcher, Brooks Zumansky. That ball was rifled, right, Ralph?
It was.
Grayson Sneed on first base. Brief mound visit for the West Boca Panthers. Count of 1 ball, no strikes to Brooks Zumansky. There's a fly ball to deep center. Is the park going to hold it?
Oh.
No, it's not. Wow, the center fielder gave that a leap, but he couldn't quite get up there.
He gave it a valiant effort for sure.
Sure did. 2-run homer for the backstop of the Delmarva Aces upstate. Now it's their turn to claw back. The score is now 14-12.
Number 13, Jace Chrisman, is re-entering the ball game.
Chrisman Reached down error and singled. Fouled off to right. "26 runs have crossed the plate. Still here in the fourth."
Unbelievable. Yeah. Mike Reno, the home plate umpire, tried to throw that ball back, and it was errant. Leave it to the catchers. Call balls and strikes, big guy.
Good one. 2 strikes on Chrisman. Outside and low.
It's a good spot for it. That's where you want it.
One-two pitch. Freemer to Chrisman. Bounding ball.
Ooh, bad hop.
Takes a rough hop right over the shortstop's left arm. Mejia thought he had a beat on it. The baseball gods did something to the ball. And we have a third consecutive well-struck ball from Delmarva Aces Upstate as they fight back here in the fourth. Here's Owen Nelson. He hits a ball to center. And that's caught short of the wall. Two outs, bottom of the fourth. Here comes Cole McFadden. He has homered and bounded a ball to second. There's a number knocked down by Kramer. Makes the play to first. Delmarva Aces picked up 2, but still trail 14-12 to the 15 seed West Boca Panthers, and we have played 4 complete innings. Folks, earlier this week on day 2, we had our skills competition, which culminated the opening ceremonies. And we'd like to give a little time for the winners of those 4 competitions. The Roadrunner winners was Wesley Erskine of Fennell Brothers Express in Pennsylvania, who raced around the bases in a time of 12.63 seconds. The Golden Arm Trophy was hoisted by Connor Perry of GBC Prospects in North Carolina. Connor had a score of 4. Around the Horn Plus was won by Kane Southern North Fulton with a swift time of 21.13 seconds. They're out of Georgia. And the King of SWAT has been swatting here tonight. His name is Colton Webb of these Delmarva Aces Upstate, who hit 5 consecutive balls out of here to take home that hardware. Congratulations to all participants, and particularly these 4. Grayson Voschel still on the hill for the Delmarva Aces. And Knox Heimbrook, is the batter. Three balls and 1 strike. There's a ball that caroms right off of fascia of our broadcast booth. No harm, no foul, and the count is full. West Boca Panthers teammates making lots of noise, very spirited.
Leadoff walk.
Leadoff walk. Third inning in a row. Salamone, who authored that incredible bunt 1 inning ago, does it again. Salamone, 2 bunt singles in the middle of this game.
That was a beautiful bunt.
You see that backspin on that ball?
It did. And
it died.
it hit in the dirt and then spun to the grass there and
Caught the defense
yep.
totally flat-footed.
Good call at first base by first base umpire.
Devin, no walk. He's bunting. Pitch is inside. Ball. No walk. Pulls the bat back. That's a ball. Heimbrook off second. Salamone off first. No walk. Squares to bunt again. Ball is high. 2-0. Boschel wheels to throw to second. Does not. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. There's a pop-up, straight up. Who's got it? Webb comes racing in from first base, catches that ball about 10 feet from the plate. And he left no doubt about who was going to take that. He said, I got it, I got it, I got it. That's the first out here in the 5th. Runners hold at first and second. Luis Orozco. Slow curve. Foul tipped. Orozco 2 for 3. Fly ball deep right center. Oh, nice running play like a galloping horse.
Just like that, 2 quick outs. And
backhanded by Crispin, who is now playing right field. Mejia with a long drive to right center. Hits the base of the wall, and 1 run is going to score. Heimbrook all the way in to score. Salamone all the way over to third. Christian Mejia with his 3rd hit of the game. And the score is widened to 3, 15-12. And we have a new pitcher. It is Derek DiMacio. 2 are out here in the top of the 5th. And we have a proverbial barn burner here at Little Major Stadium.
absolutely.
Cooperstown Dreams Park. Who will the champion of Tournament 5 be? Ralph or I have no idea at this point. Back and forth game. It's just been one wow factor after another.
Absolutely. Just excitement on every swing, basically. Of course, Mr. Damasio here, the warm-up pitch is bringing some heat, so let's see what happens.
That was a nice play by the right fielder too, Chrisman.
It was a nice
Glided
play.
there like a racehorse. Covered a lot of ground and made. Dylan Abreu. He's homered and drawing an intentional walk in 3 trips. Damasio doing some groundskeeping. Each pitcher has a different stride, therefore groundskeeping needs to be done. Umpires call timeout, make sure the mound is suitable for Damasio. It is. The 1-0 pitch. Wow, Abreu with a healthy cut.
He was waiting on that fastball for sure.
One ball, 1 strike, 1 run is in. Runners are on the corners for West Boca. Ball gets away. And there's a slide into the plate. That was run number 16. Oh, no walk scored?
Believe so.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mejia's at second base.
Got it. 2-1 pitch, 3-1. 16-12 in favor of the 15 seed West Boca Panthers. No pitch. Christian Mejia at second base. Dylan Abreu at the plate. Derek Damasio is wild with a 3-1 pitch, and Abreu takes a walk. Matthew Escalona. He drives the ball into right field. Ground ball goes all the way to the wall. Here comes Mejia. Abreu all the way around to third. And Escalona, his RBI single has now made the score 17-12 West Boca. Here's Raul Torres. Escalona steals and does not even draw a throw. Now it's Abreu at third, Escalona at second. Damasio with a sharp breaking curveball for strike 2. There's the heat you were talking about, Ralph, right there.
Backed him off the plate a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gonna set him up here for a curveball probably.
Abreu dancing at third. Foul ball right back here. Count holds 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That gets away. Here comes Abreu.
Absolutely. Good, great call by Mike Reno at the plate.
The catcher opted not to throw the ball to the pitcher, take it himself, and Abreu beat him.
Got in under the tag.
Sliding the legal way, feet first.
Correct, yes. No head first sliding here at Dreams Park for safety reasons.
Wow. West Boca scoring in all sorts of runs, in sorts of different manners.
Let me clarify that. No head first sliding at home for safety reasons.
Right.
All other bases are legal.
West Boca showing the speed, showing the aggressiveness. Now here comes Escalona. A wild pitch off the top of the glove. Of Zumanski. Now the score is 19-12. Bases are empty. Raul Torres, he draws a walk. Next batter due up, Juan Sandoval.
Catcher took that wild pitch off the arm, hurting a little bit. Home plate umpire Mike Reno giving a little time. And here comes Little Panda up.
For the first. That pitch is high. There's the ball to left center. Who's got it? It's the center fielder, Zaire Wise. Five more runs across the plate. Now we've played 4.5, and the score is West Boca Panthers 19, and the Delmarva Aces Upstate 12. At one point the score was 10-1 the other way. So we've had 18-2 since that score.
Yeah. So Tim, in the third inning, West Boca put up 6 runs. In the fourth inning, they put up 7 runs. And in the fifth inning, they put up 5 runs.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing.
That is. Our next promo talks about where are they now? Oh, recently I've been given a list of major leaguers who have graced these fields here at Cooperstown Dreams Park. I have a list of 213 current major leaguers with 78 more considered top prospects. And how about a lineup that would consist of these people on the mound? Garrett Cole, Chris Sale, Derek Cease, Paul Skeens, Lucas Giolito, Jacob deGrom, Mason Miller, Josh Hader. And how about the offensive side? Bryce Harper, Pete Alonso, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Dansby Swanson, Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Jackson Merrill, Matt Chapman, Brian Reynolds, Bo Bichette, Riley Green, Christian Walker, Nolan Arenado, and Mike Trout. They all played here. Here we go into the bottom of the fifth. And that's number 11, Evan Donahue, taking the first pitch and blasting it for a single into left center.
Tim, that's a pretty impressive list there. A lot of future Hall of Famers there.
A lot of them will get a lot of votes, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Mike Trout just hit his 390th home run against the Yankees last week. Here is Zaire Wise. Raiden Creamer, the Great Goose, out on the mound. Bottom of the 5th. Little squibber, foul ball. Drops harmlessly down the left field line, foul. One ball, one strike. Donahue on first. There's a ball hit the opposite way, but it's an atom ball. Not A-T-O-M, but A-T-T-H-E-M. Right to the left fielder. Stopped in his tracks. That was Luis Orozco, who started the game behind the plate. Making a nice play in left.
And Mr. Webb is going to get another base on balls. Free pass here. That's respect.
That's respect, especially when you're up by 7. And we have a mound visit. That's Coach Mike Sandoval. Another one of the West Boca coaches, Darren Heimbrook. He's called the Bunk Dad. He got the guys dressed and onto the field on time. That was what he was in charge of this week, and that's what he did. Another coach, Jeff Mejia, dyed his hair blonde when they lost the game. And they had to win their last game, and they did. So at one point, he and Scott Garber dyed their hairs blonde. You lose a bet, you got to pay the piper. Coach Sandoval giving the ball off to, is that Raul Torres?
Number 6. I believe it is, yes.
We have 1 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th.
Had a little bench jockey in here between the two teams, 2 assistants, and Mike Reno, plate umpire, was talking to the head coach there to straighten this up.
Some jabbering between the benches.
Yes, between the benches and the assistant coaches, and of course only head coaches can be the spokesperson for their teams and not the assistants.
Looks like it's continuing.
Yep, so umpire coordinator Trevor Crawford is going to put him on the bench, it looks like. We try to keep the coaches in the game here because of our strict requirements of zero tolerance, and it's a lifetime ban, and we don't want that. So
No. Let the boys play. Let the boys and girls play ball.
yeah, you know, when I was coaching, Tim, I used to say, give me 100 orphan kids, and I'll make ball players out of them. Keep the parents out of it, and that's it. You know, we forget who we're here for.
That's right. The batter is now Grayson Voschel. And the pitcher, Raul Torres. First pitch, called strike. In the bottom of the fifth inning. Donahue off second. Webb off first. Torres' pitch outside. 1-1 to Voschel. Torres gets the sign. He's ready. That pitch is high. 2-1. Torres with some heat. High, hard one. Swing and a miss. Ball up near the eyes of Grayson Voschel. Trying to pull his team a little closer. Late in the game. Ball gets away. There's Donahue to second. And Webb. Donahue to third, excuse me, and Webb into second. And the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Grayson Voschel. Voschel waits. Torres with the pitch. There's a ball wrapped right through the middle into center field. Donahue trots in to score. Webb plays it safely by holding at third. And the score is now West Boca Panthers 19, Delmarva Aces Upstate 13. 3-2 pitch bounded right up the middle. Mark Pays Jr. Runners on the corners. Ball in the dirt. Voschel trots into second, while Webb holds at third. There was some heat. Good rip by Pays, but he came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes. Pays could not hold it, check his swing. Raul Torres on the hill. And he fires a fastball past Pays. Two are out here in the bottom of the 5th. Grayson Sneed. He is homered, walked, and singled. Open stance. Swung at a ball way outside. 0-1. And the pitch. That's high. 1-1. We've been treated to one heck of a ball game here.
Plenty of excitement. No lead is secure.
No. 19-13 in the fifth. 2 outs, 2 on. There's a strike. Fastball. Called strike 2. Torres got the sign. He's ready. Snead is ready. And Snead wastes a pitch, and the count holds at 1-2. Webb is on third. Voschel on second. Two and two.
It's a big out here at the plate. He needs this one.
1 run is in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just off the outside corner. Good eye by Snead. And the count is full. Raul Torres has the sign. He's ready. And he fires the fastball. Past Snead. Delmarva Aces leave 2 on, score 1, and the score at the end of 5 complete. West Boca Panthers 19, Delmarva Aces Upstate 13. Folks, we encourage all of our viewers to follow us on our social media wall. Click on DreamSpark Baseball, hit the post and share button, and tell us of all your memories. We can't wait to hear from you, whether it's via TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or X, formerly known as Twitter. Well, we go to the 6th.
New pitcher, Tim, for the Delmarva Aces, other than number 12, Mr. Colton Webb. He's in everything else tonight. And this young man has got a lively arm. I watched him in several games this week, and he's got some nasty stuff, and his velocity is unbelievable.
Wow. Sports a great glove over there at first, too. He's showing it. Scooping balls, racing in for pop-ups. Homered twice and intentionally walked the other 2 trips. In addition to that King of SWAT title earlier in the week.
Absolutely. And
he's shown himself proud, that's for sure.
Yeah, and down the road we're going to be reading his name as one of the future stars. This young man, I mean, just look at the physique, and I mean, for a 12-year-old, and just watch his demeanor. The confidence he exudes, it's amazing.
Yeah. Here's Graydon Creamer. First pitch to Creamer in the dirt. There's the fastball in the outside corner, 1-1. Webb takes a walk. He's ready. Swinging strike 2, 1-2. On Graydon Creamer. Bounding ball goes foul down the left field, down the third base line. One ball and 2 strikes. Two and two, low and outside. And that was a called strike 3. Knox Heimbrook. First pitch is outside for a ball. There's a fastball whistled right through the strike zone. You can hear the thud from here of the glove. Two balls, 1 strike. Three-one pitch. Taken all the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Heimbrook draws a walk with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Thomas Salamone, he of consecutive bunt singles. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Strike 1 to Salamone. Ground ball to third. Gloved by Sneed, foul territory. And counted as 2 strikes. Salamone fouls one straight back. Still 2 strikes. Knox Heimbrook leads off first. Webb's pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a bounding ball into left field. Salamone with his 3rd consecutive hit and reached base 4 times in a row. Here is Devin Nowalk. Foul ball down the first base line. One ball, 1 strike to Devin Nowalk. There's a ground ball to second. That was McFadden to Donahue. Runners each move up a base. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Here's the left fielder Orozco, Luis Orozco, batting for his 5th time. Colton Webb smokes a fastball in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball gets away. No advance. A lot of activity. But the ball bounced all the way off the backstop, all the way back to Webb, the pitcher. You don't see that too often. Catcher never touched the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Knox Heimbrook is at 3rd. Thomas Salamone is at 2nd. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Luis Orozco. There's a bounding ball down the left field line.
2 runs are going to score here.
Heimbrook is in. Salamone right behind him. 2 insurance runs now make the score 21-13 in favor of West Boca Panthers. We have a pickoff, and the throw gets away. Wow. Orozco broke for 3rd. Webb still had the ball and threw the ball away to 3rd. Orozco never broke stride and easily scored his team's 22nd run of the affair.
Aggressive base running for sure, all night.
Indeed. Mejia has 3 hits, including a home run. He takes a strike. One pitch. 2-1. One pitch is in the dirt.
That got the umpire there.
Hopefully he's all right. Long night for him back there.
Yeah, it sure was.
You know that feeling, Ralph.
Oh, I've been hit many times. Many times. And I don't care if you got equipment on or not, it still hurts.
Two members of camp services, our medical group, tending to the home plate umpire. We have a 3-ball, 1-strike count, 2 out. 3 runs are in here in the top of the 6th. And at this point, the 15th seeded West Boca Panthers have plated 22 runs. The number 1 seed Delmarva Aces upstate have scored 13 of their own.
Mike Reno's back up. Good job.
The big fella's going to continue. Taking a few breaths.
I think it might have got underneath his cup is what it looks like. So, bless his heart. Even with good equipment on it, still hurts. All right, here we go. 3-1 count. Oh, 3-2, 3-1.
Yep. Three-two now. You predicted it, Ralph. Swinging strike 2 from Mejia.
Blind squirrel finds an acorn every once in a while.
3-2 pitch.
Good eye on Mejia.
Mejia reaches base for a 4th time. And we have a trip out to the mound. And that'll do it for Colton Webb.
He's pitched a lot this week, so looks like he's favoring his arm a little bit there. And go ice it down.
We have a new hurler. It's Grayson Sneed coming in from third base. Grayson Sneed.
Last warm-up pitch here, and Mr. Sneed's going to face Mr. Abreu here, who's had a good night at the plate.
Yes, he has.
They've walked him twice intentionally, so we'll see what he can do swinging away. Last time he swung, he 3-run homer.
Yeah, you can tell he's got genuine power. Mejia is at first base. Dylan Abreu.
There's that home run cut right there.
It sure was. Came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Sneed stays high and outside. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. 3-1. There's a pitch from Sneed on the outside corner, taken for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mejia should be off and running on this pitch. And now it is Sneed to Abreu. Off-speed pitch, spoiled by Abreu, and we'll do it again. Ball 4. Matthew Escalona. Mejia to second. Abreu at first. That pitch is inside and it catches Escalona. He's hit by a pitch for the 2nd time tonight. 4th time in a row that he's on base.
And just like that, the bases are loaded again here. Base hit, they can add some more insurance runs.
And here is Raul Torres.
And how about 4 more insurance runs?
Wow.
Wow.
That's like State Farm,
Wow.
Nationwide, and 2 other firms. A grand slam by Raul Torres. Wow is right.
Is that our
Small
first?
ball.
Yeah.
Small ball and the occasional pop.
Is that our first slammer for the season?
It might be.
I believe it
Definitely is tonight.
Yep.
And now the score has been doubled. 26-13. Grayson Sneed treated rudely by Raul Torres with a liner into the right center field bleachers.
Got one on top of us in the mezzanine up there.
Juan Sandoval. Here's Snead's pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a high drive to right, but playable. And it is caught. Not before 7 more runs cross the plate, and the score at the end of 5.5. Delmarva Aces upstate. 13. West Boca Panthers double that with 26. Bringing a team to Cooperstown Dreams Park. Join us for a truly memorable experience. Playing in the prestigious American Youth Baseball Hall of Fame Invitational Tournament at Cooperstown Dreams Park is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for your baseball community. Playing in Cooperstown means playing at Cooperstown Dreams Park. Secure your registration. Book today. Visit www.cooperstowndreamspark.com for more information. Folks, we are 3 outs away from a verdict. Out on the mound, he must feel pretty good, having just hit 1 ball for 4 runs.
Oh, yeah.
Is Raul Torres.
And now gets to potentially close out the game here.
What a feeling. Championship trophy can be smelled from here.
3 outs away for sure.
Brooks Zumanski hit a 2-run homer in the 4th. Also flied to right and was hit by a pitch right in the helmet. Foul straight back, 1 strike. Ball 1 with a fastball. One and 2. Zumanski put it right back over our heads. Torres with the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball through to center field. Zumanski with his 2nd hit of the game. That brings up number 13, Jace Christman. Swing. Glancing blow right at the plate. 1 strike. Torres is ready. Chrisman's ready. Curveball is high. 1-1. Fastball knee high but outside, 2-1. Three and one. That ball is low. Ball was ruled ball four. Chrisman draws a free pass. Zumanski to second. Brings up Owen Nelson. Raul Torres high with the first pitch.
Got a 13-run lead here. Don't need to give these base runners free bases here. And coach is calling timeout to settle this young man down.
Just throw it right to the glove, right, Ralph?
Yep, and again, like you said earlier in the telecast, you know, let your defense work for you here. I mean, it's an offensive firepower on both sides for sure, but don't give them more ammunition by putting runners on base.
The count is 1 to Owen Nelson. 1 for 3 on the night. Raul Torres' pitch. Inside, ball 2. Pitch. Right back here. You heard the crack. Thank you, Net.
Got a little piece of the facade there.
Two balls, one strike. Raul Torres to Owen Nelson. There's a little shot, finds a home in right center. And a heads-up play. It's happened to each team here. No, check that. It's the second time that West Boca has turned what looked like a base hit into an out with outfield assists.
I thought that ball was going to be caught, and then he let it drop, but enough presence of mind to whip it to second base for the force out.
Chrisman gunned down at second. 9-6. That's 2 right field assists that they've made tonight. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 6th.
Couple defensive moves here from West Boca.
Number 3, Cole McFadden. Runners around the corners now. Zumanski at third. Nelson's at first.
Emerson Grant brushing off the rubber there so he can make sure that the pitcher's foot is in contact with the rubber and watch for pickoffs here at first base.
McFadden has homered and grounded to the pitcher and to second. Raul Torres bringing that old heat in.
A little zip on that one.
McFadden with a swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2. And there's a called third strike. And we are 1 out away from a verdict. And the batter is now Evan Donahue. Torres reaching back for all he's got. Fires a strike on the outside corner.
1 out away from a championship here, Tim.
Yes, we are. Now 1 strike. Donahue fouls the ball straight back. There's a called third strike.
A fitting way to end the game right there.
It sure was. And we have an upset here. The final, West Boca Panthers, 26. The Delmarva Aces, upstate, 13. I'd have to say several people will have to tie for the player of the game. I would give kudos to Salamone with reaching base 4 times, 2 on beautiful bunts. Torres with the grand slam. Abreu with that critical 3-run homer. And the table setters, Mejia and Orozco, reaching base 7 times between them.
Yep.
And very aggressive coaching. They must have had it in their pregame ritual. Send them. It was an amazing game. Thank you all for watching Cooperstown Dreams Park broadcast of tonight's Tournament 5 championship game. We will see you next Sunday, June 29th, for more fantastic 12 and under championship baseball from Cooperstown Dreams Park, as we conclude Tournament 5 of the summer of 2025. We would like to thank Todd Ahern from Peerless Technology and Webcasting Technology, to Jay Partridge, Little Major's public address announcer, to the official scorekeeper, Mason King, to Creedon Rogers, the audio statistical transfer coordinator, to Adam Evans, the visual coordinator, to the championship game production and the webcasting direction of Andrew Oram, graphics from Anna Paltrowitz, audio from Mason Thalheimer. On the camera operation, Evan O'Brien, Aslanbek Yusamov, Zach Lehman, Aliar Agman. And of course to my color commentator, Mr. Ralph Diaz. Also, Jimmy Rizuka, Baseball Operations Events Director and Associate Producer. You can enjoy the championship webcasting all summer long from Cooperstown, New York. Let us know via email from the website, www.cooperstowndreamspark.com. This is Tim Killian. Thank you for watching.
Good night and God bless.